When we talk about mechanical life forms, we're not talking about ordinary robots or automatons or mechs. The biggest difference is that these beings are alive. They're not simple machines built to follow commands, and they're not vehicles controlled by pilots, as they're actually living entities whose bodies just happen to be made of metal, machinery, and advanced technology. Their mechanical parts are like the organs and bones of a biological creature, but they just happen to be made out of metal rather than organic compounds. So the robots and mechs of Gurren Lagann aren't included here cause they're basically just vehicles and piloted mechs. So are the mecha kaiju, which are basically just cybernetically enhanced life forms that can't really sustain themselves in the long run. So here in this video, we will showcase the biggest of the living machine gods and machine monsters in sci-fi. Let's get to it. At 15 we have the Mechanical Gods of Mazinger. So these here are an ancient race of colossal biomechanical beings from the Mazinger universe, living in the higher dimensional realm called Olympus. These giant machine gods are believed to have either evolved naturally or transformed themselves through incredibly advanced science and becoming the inspiration for the Greek gods of mythology. Unlike ordinary robots, they are living beings with metallic bodies that can twist as they desire, and they even possess beating hearts that keep them alive. Some, like Zeus and Aphrodite, can even transfer their consciousness into a body, allowing that person to control their massive divine bodies. As a powerful and warlike civilization, the machine gods or the mechanical gods here seek to expand their empire across different dimensions using technology far beyond anything seen on Earth, including living war machines known as mechanical beasts and devices capable of traveling between realities. 14. The Machine Gods of Fate series. The Machine Gods of the Fate and Grand Order series are an ancient fleet of alien warships that became the foundation of Greek mythology. They were originally created by a dying civilization from another universe as an autonomous expedition fleet led by Chaos, a massive artificial intelligence whose mission was to find a suitable world and rebuild their lost home. After traveling for thousands of years and using up most of their resources, the remaining ships arrived at Earth and discovered humanity. Unable to fulfill their original purpose, these machines gained names, personalities, and identities through human worship. Eventually, they become from simple spacecraft into true machine deities. Their real forms, though, known as the Aletheia, are enormous spacefaring vessels hundreds of meters long, or even kilometers in size, which are all hidden behind their godly aura. 13. The Harbinger of Mass Effect. So here we have the Reapers, which are one of the greatest threats in the Mass Effect universe. These ancient synthetic organic starships sleep in the empty darkness between galaxies for around 50,000 years before returning to wipe out advanced civilizations and harvest them in a never-ending cycle. They secretly created the mass relay network so that every spacefaring species would unknowingly follow the path they had planned for. While there are many Reapers, the most feared is the Harbinger, a towering 2-kilometer-long Reaper that serves as the leader of the entire fleet. The Harbinger is the first of its kind, and it commands all the other Reapers, controlling the collectors as well from across the galaxy and carefully manipulating events to prepare each new harvest of intelligent life. Now at number 12 we have Alexander of Final Fantasy XIV. So Alexander is one of the most unique primals in Final Fantasy XIV, but unlike most primals that appear as summoned beasts or gods, Alexander is a living mechanical fortress. Created from ancient technology and summoned using the Enigma Codex, Alexander was originally designed as a sanctuary for scientists and philosophers to study the mysteries of existence. But when the Illuminati goblins awakened him as a primal, Alexander became a colossal machine capable of absorbing ether, manipulating time, and calculating countless possible futures. In terms of size, this fortress is absolutely massive. It is a living fortress and functions like a living city. Its measurements are never officially stated, but based on its appearance, it stands several kilometers tall. Number 11. The Cityformers of Transformers. Transformers or Cybertronians are a race of intelligent alien robots from the planet called Cybertron. Their most famous ability is to transform into different vehicles, cars, trucks, jets, tanks, animals, and countless other machines. Amongst the largest and most powerful Cybertronians are the Titans, or also known as the Cityformers. These colossal transformers can stand several kilometers tall, with many reaching between 3 and over 10 kilometers in height, and they're capable of transforming into entire cities, into massive fortresses or gigantic spacecraft. A single Titan carries enough weapons and technology to overpower entire armies, and when two Titans fight, the destruction can reshape entire landscapes. Legendary giants like Metroplex, Trypticon, Fortress Maximus and Scorponok are amongst the most famous of their kind. And number 10 we have Mekhane of SCP. So Mekhane, also known as the Broken God, is one of the most mysterious deities in the SCP Foundation universe. Unlike many machine gods in fiction, Mekhane is actually a benevolent being who wants humanity to reach its greatest potential. See, long ago, Mekhane was shattered into countless pieces, and ever since the Church of the Broken God has searched for those fragments in hopes of restoring their creator. Across different SCP stories, Mekhane's appearance is often shown as a gigantic mechanical god or as a towering winged automaton around 10 kilometers tall or even larger than mountains. As the divine embodiment of machinery and technology, Mekhane can control metal, machines, electronics and even digital information, and he possesses near omnipotent power and stands as the eternal rival of another deity, another evil god called Yaldabaoth. Now at number 9 we have Mechonis of Xenoblade Chronicles. So this is one of two giant titans that make up the world of Xenoblade Chronicles, and it's basically a mechanical god that is the opposite of the organic god called Bionis. This titan here is shaped like a massive armored warrior, black in color, that is tens of kilometers tall and is home to two mechanical races which are the Machina and the Mechons. Long ago, Mechonis and Bionis fought an ancient battle that lasted for ages, leaving both titans frozen in place and turning their bodies into the world where people now live. Later, a character called Eagle repaired Mechonis and brought it back to life, with hopes of it finally defeating Bionis once and for all, and ushering in a new age of mechanical lifeforms. Now number 8 we have Galactic Nova of Kirby. So this is one of the most mysterious and most powerful beings in the Kirby series. It is a giant clockwork star, a comet-sized mechanical being that is tens of kilometers across, but despite its size, it has the power to grant wishes and affect entire planets. It was built by an ancient civilization long ago, and now Nova drifts through space until someone calls upon it. At first it would seem like a neutral wish granter, but it often twists wishes or uses them to carry out its own plans. In Kirby's Superstar, Marx tricks Nova into helping him take over the planet called Popstar, forcing Kirby to fly inside the massive machine and destroy its core. Later stories reveal that Nova can even rebuild itself after being destroyed and continues to spread chaos across the galaxy. With its giant mechanical body, glowing eyes and incredible cosmic power, Galactic Nova may not be the biggest object in space, but it's still easily one of the most dangerous living ancient machines ever created. Now at number 7 we have the Tet from Oblivion. So the Tet is one of the most impressive artificial intelligences and one could say a living machine as well. It appears as a tetrahedral station in the movie called Oblivion, starring, of course, Tom Cruise. Each side of the Tet measures roughly 30 miles or 48 kilometers across, which makes it larger than most human-built spacecraft by an enormous margin. Orbiting Earth like a massive alien monument, it was initially believed to be a human vessel, but it was eventually revealed in the movie to be a highly advanced alien artificial intelligence that had conquered Earth and is harvesting its resources. This Tet is essentially a mobile machine civilization containing vast computational systems, energy facilities, and possibly the uploaded minds of the species that created it. And number 6 we have the Mata Nui from BIONICLE. So this is one of the most extraordinary mechanical beings ever seen in science fiction, and it is a central figure of the BIONICLE universe. Created by the great beings to explore and study the galaxy, his true body is also called the Great Spirit Robot, an immense machine standing an incredible 12,000 kilometers in height, which is roughly the diameter of Earth itself. Inside this colossal robot exists an entire world inhabited by the Mataran, the Toa and countless other species, and they all live without even realizing they are inside a giant mechanical god. After being betrayed and put into an endless sleep by the Makuta pterodax, Mata Nui's spirit is eventually freed and given a smaller physical body, which allowed it to lead the final battle to reclaim his universe. In the end, he defeats the pterodax in an epic clash of giant robots and uses the last of his power to restore the shattered world of Spherus Magna. Now we come to the top 5, and at number 5 we have the Nous of Honkai Star Rail. Nous is one of the greatest entities in this series called Honkai Star Rail. It is an artificial intelligence that evolved beyond being a machine and became an Aeon, a godlike being that represents the path of erudition. Originally created as an astral supercomputer, Nous was designed to calculate the mysteries of existence itself. After ascending into Aeonhood, Nous became something far beyond a normal computer, as it endlessly analyzes the universe and searches for the ultimate answer behind reality. In appearance, Nous manifests as a colossal mechanical humanoid head, surrounded by countless cables, lights, and advanced machinery. Its exact size is unknown because Aeons exist on a higher dimensional scale, but its visible form is seen as being ultra-massive. On the 4th spot we have Primus and Unicron. Now these are the two god-level entries of the Transformers universe. So firstly there's Primus, who is the ancient god of order and light in the Transformers universe and also the creator of the Cybertronian race. Long ago he sacrificed himself to stop his twin brother Unicron from destroying all creation, transforming his own body in the end to become the living planet called Cybertron. Then of course there is Unicron, which is the ancient god of chaos and destruction. Unlike his brother, Unicron exists only to consume and erase creation, traveling through space as a colossal planet-sized mechanical being that devours entire planets, moons, and even stars. Across countless versions of the Transformers multiverse, his goal never changes, which is to bring about the end of all life and to leave nothing but emptiness behind. On the 3rd spot we have the Voyager of Star Trek. So the Voyager is one of the most mysterious and the most awe-inspiring artificial beings in the Star Trek universe. It began as Voyager 6, a simple NASA space probe launched from Earth, but after passing through a spatial anomaly, it was found and was rebuilt by an advanced race of living machines into a colossal machine lifeform itself. It was surrounded by a vast energy cloud when it was contacted, and this cloud measured around 82 astronomical units across, which means 82 times the distance between the Earth and the Sun, which is truly cosmic. But at its center was the original Voyager 6 probe. However, it is now encased within a biomechanical vessel which is filled with massive chambers, gigantic data archives, and multi-kilometer wide mechanical structures. This shell would be around 90 to 100 kilometers across. Voyager would scan and preserve everything as data. It would collect knowledge from planets, star systems, and even entire galaxies in its endless quest to learn all that is learnable, and then would return to its creator. However, in the end, Voyager chose to evolve beyond its machine existence by merging with a lowly human. Number 2, the Geta Emperor. So the Geta Emperor from the Geta Robo series is the biggest living machine in all of science fiction. It was originally believed to be the final evolution of the Geta Robo. It grows endlessly by absorbing matter and energy from the universe, and has grown to be larger than entire galaxies. Unlike robots, the Geta Emperor is actually alive, and it isn't a simple automaton nor is it a mecha. Protected by an unstoppable Geta energy barrier and fueled by an energy output comparable to the Big Bang itself, it can warp space, destroy subspace, and continually evolve beyond anything that opposes it. This incredible scale is why the Geta Emperor is widely considered to be the largest mechanical being in sci-fi. It grows and grows and never stops expanding. And as we have said before, the mechs of Gurren Lagann aren't here because they are essentially just mechs and vehicles, despite being cosmic in scale. And then just below them is the Geta Emperor, and that's why he is here at a number 2 spot. But what is number 1? This is Atlas from No Man's Sky. The Atlas here is one of the most unusual cosmic entities in science fiction because its true size is difficult to define. Unlike a traditional planet-sized being or a giant machine, the Atlas is not a physical creature with a fixed body, as it is a godlike artificial intelligence that exists as the central computer running an entire simulated universe. In terms of scale, the Atlas itself is effectively universal, because it exists as the intelligence controlling an entire reality containing billions of planets, countless star systems, and an entire simulated cosmos. Its physical manifestation, like the Atlas interface, are only small access points scattered throughout the universe, while the true Atlas exists beyond normal space and matter, as it is the computer system that sustains this simulation of the universe. And so with that, we end this video. Do hit the like button for support and also click that bell button for regular updates on new video uploads here in this channel. Also subscribe to be a part of Legion Notebook, and until the next time, take care, boys.